Good evening, Saugus. Welcome to our September meeting of the Board of Trustees meeting, September version of the Board of Trustees, and it's nice to have you all back here. Hello, folks. We had a great summer.
Hello.
Sullivan household. Hope everybody had a nice summer, and hopefully, if you're at Founders Day on Saturday, feel free to stop by the book sale at the library. Director Tebow will be wandering around, perhaps. And if you need a hot dog, the Cub Scouts will be selling hot dogs. So I'm not sure of the pricing, but I'm pretty sure they'll be reasonably priced. Maybe a water too. And anyone else here going to be at Founders Day? Bill, you're going to be spreading cheer to the citizens?
I am not. I am having a 50th birthday party in the backyard.
Oh, wow. Okay, we'll be going there next then.
Congratulations.
All right, and let's see. We'll call the meeting to order. Trustee Frango or Trustee
I got it. All right.
Dion.
Director Tebow.
Present.
Trustee Faringo is present. Trustee Yeager.
Present.
Chair Sullivan.
Present.
Trustee Murray.
Present.
Trustee Dion.
Present.
Trustee Bell is absent, excused.
Yeah, she had a PTO thing at the school. And let's see. I did send out the minutes for the September meeting.
Mm-hmm.
And we do have an update to the personnel. Tom Dion was elected secretary. Maybe he wasn't aware of that, but Bill's going to take over
I was not.
tonight, so.
I didn't think you could vote somebody who wasn't
Congratulations.
there.
Thank
But
you.
that's okay.
Thank you, sir.
This shows a lot of confidence in you.
Absolutely.
If anyone has any questions or concerns about the minutes, you can let me know or let us know.
Submit to accept as written.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? Minutes from September have been approved as written.
June?
And,
Was it September?
sorry, June. Sorry. I'm off my, I haven't had a meeting in a while, so I'm a little rusty. So those were the June meeting minutes. And we don't have any members of the public here this evening. We did attempt a corral one. I think I see one out there we could tackle for a member of the public. And we can move to the first item on the agenda, which would be the monthly financial statement.
Draw your attention to page 4 in the packet. I apologize, these pages look like they're kind of out of order, but I'm doing statistics last year, this year, and then financials last year and this year, since we're doing the recaps this month. On page 4, you'll see the financial summary from the previous fiscal year that ended on June 30th. We have spent a sufficient amount of money to retain certification this year. We have not yet filed the financial report. They've had some problems with the software that we use to do that on, so I'm waiting for them to get that fixed so we can finalize it. The input is already there. It's just a matter of getting the final papers and the signatures and stuff straight. So hopefully this week, but we've got about 3 weeks before it's due anyway. If you'll flip over to page 5, you'll see.
We had money left in the salaries and non-salary.
Yes.
Well, it's within the plus or minus.
Yeah. Yeah. It's we're a little bit under. The salaries were always, it seems, a little bit under. We have a certain number of people that will not be able to work, won't get paid for their time, and I don't use the money for subs. Then they come in. So.
And why were we over on the general supplies and furnishings by 25?
Oh, you're looking at the state aid to public libraries
Yeah.
usage? Yeah.
Yeah.
We bought a little bit more furniture this year than we had anticipated we'd need.
But we needed.
Yeah, there were office chairs and things like that we had to really replace. But overall, we only overspent on the state aid money by about 11%.
I see that. Thank you.
We're sitting pretty fat there right now, until we can do the carpeting and the painting of the building, so. Any other questions on FY '24?
No.
Okay, in page 5, I'll show you where we are in FY '25, very early in the year, like the discussion we have every year. We've already spent like 40% of the municipal non-salary, and that's due largely to our financial obligations to Noble. So.
We should have bought into that company.
So there's nothing in here under state aid to public libraries as far as expenditures for earmarks, because the earmark hasn't been done yet. I'll present my
Yep.
proposal for that at the October meeting.
Okay.
And that's all I have, Mr. Chairman.
And
Unless
so
there are
remind me,
questions.
we have the carpeting and the painting.
Yes, that we're still going to do. That's why, if you look at the amount of money that's in state aid to public libraries, it's considerable.
Yep.
But I expect that in the next several years, we're going to exhaust most of that.
Okay, yeah.
And the painting already happened. It looks very.
Well, we did 3 rooms that really needed to be done ahead of time, and we used state aid money for it. This one, the Brooks room up on the second floor, and the staff break room, which was atrocious. They had some paint in there. It looked like it was bought on sale. It was awful stuff. So we've held a little vote among staff and decided on colors, and that's what we came up
Looks
with.
nice in here.
Yeah, it does look good.
Our-
It really brightened it up a lot.
Yeah.
Our objective was, because the lighting is a little bit spare in this room, that we needed to go brighter so it would look better. But when I look around here, and I haven't really seen the place after dark yet, because the painting got done in June, I think. So really haven't seen it after dark. I think that we're gonna end up probably putting in additional lighting, would be my guess. However that happens and whatever that means, but I think we'll need to put something else in here.
So
Besides
can these
just
be
these.
switched to LED?
They are LED.
They are?
They are LED, and they're actually at 100%, yes. But there's so few of them.
They need
That's the
more
problem.
lights.
Yeah,
For
we
the
need to
ceiling,
have
right.
a few more
Really?
ceiling lights up there, not necessarily of this type. If you look at the ceiling light arrangement in the reading room across the way, next to the circ desk, they have additional lights that are different, like, more like, the fluorescent style.
Do those lights work?
They do. They don't give off very good light. The light bulbs burn out very quickly, and they're very difficult to change.
Yeah, I would think.
So I would like to see those go away. We'll see if that can happen or not, but I would definitely want to bring in more light into the place. First step was to try the paint. It helps, but I
Yeah.
don't think it's enough.
Oh, one step at a time. I noticed under July of '23, there's no fees for printing. There's over 600 in August, and the printer is down.
Yeah, the printer's down, but it doesn't have, the reason you're seeing no fees there is because we didn't collect the money out of the machines during July to turn it into town hall.
So that's collective, the 650?
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
So that's 665. is
How
what we
long's the
collected.
printer going to be down?
Hopefully it'll come up today. I've been expecting a tech to come by here later today.
Oh, great.
That's what we're hoping. And it's just the machine on the second floor where we do like actual printing and faxing and things like that. There is a copy machine here on the main floor that still works, so.
Any other questions about the financial report?
When was the last time that the vents were cleaned? I'm noticing that one up there.
That's an excellent question. I do not know.
Maybe that's something that we want
Would that fall under the Board of Health?
Well, it would ultimately fall under.
No?
Building
Facilities.
Oh, facilities, yes.
Facilities department.
Okay, thank you.
Get those vacuums.
Yeah, they
But they may
probably
hire, they could opt to hire a vendor if they wanted to.
Oh, all right.
If they could, if they have it on the budget, or they could do it themselves.
They can Hoover it out, one of those machines.
Well, that's something we should look at. Everyone's breathing that in.
Yeah, we have probably sufficient money in state aid that if the town isn't able to absorb the cost for the next year or so, then we could probably step in and get it
Right.
done ourselves.
Well,
But I don't know, to answer the question, I don't know when the last time was that it was done. I'm not sure it was done since I've been here, and I've been here since 2017, so.
but do we want to wait a year or so, or do we
Well,
want to
I'll
attack
wait,
it
and
now?
I'll talk to facilities maintenance about it and see how quickly we can get it done, and then go after it as quickly as we can.
And it's just, I mean, we were just told we can hire if they're going to take too long.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah, I mean, I'll have them point me to a vendor, but yeah,
cool.
we can finance that if we need to.
Any other questions about the financial report or? Okay, so we can move on to the main event, the monthly director's report.
Well, welcome back, everybody. We reverted from the summer schedule back to our regular schedule the day after Labor Day. So our hours are, once again, Monday through Thursday, 9 to 8, and Friday and Saturday, 9 a.m. to 4:30. And we'll hold this schedule through Memorial Day weekend of 2025. Lisa Lejeune, who was formerly the young adult / reference librarian upstairs, has assumed the duties of Mary O'Connell, who officially retired on August 31st. We had a very nice party for her here on the 30th.
Yep.
After closing time, and had a lot of people from a lot of different organizations in town, including the chairman of the board of trustees.
I almost ate a whole pie, but I
Yeah.
kind of restrained myself.
So it was, I think, a fitting send-off for her. And she
That
was
was a nice
very,
party,
very
yeah.
pleased with the party. And she'll be returning here as early as September 28th as a substitute for us, so.
Nice.
So Rachel Huntington of Wayland, Mass. has assumed Lisa Lejeune's former duties as the young adult reference librarian. She most recently worked part-time in Linfield, and she has experience both as a teen librarian and as a reference librarian. She also did a stint as a librarian at the Essex House of Corrections in Middleton.
Tough.
So I think she'll be able to hold her own on the floor up there. We'll be closed this Saturday, September 14th, for Founder's Day. The Taylor Street hallway will be open for restroom use, also as a way to get in here for the new Friends of the Saugus Public Library's annual book sale, which will run from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. on Saturday. We are co-sponsoring a concert by Decades of Rock at the Saugus Ironworks on Saturday as well. Not part of Founder's Day, it's going to be part of the Essex National Heritage Area's Trails and Sales Celebration, and we're doing it in cooperation with the National Park Service. Speaking of the Ironworks, we had another successful season of the summer concerts. We averaged about 130 attendees per show, so we're happy. Even with the bad weather that we had early on in the season, we still managed to draw good crowds for the shows.
That's been a great collaboration.
Yeah, it's really good to
Kudos on
be
that,
able to work
Ellen.
with those guys. Yeah. Thank you.
I attended too. It was very nice. I brought my parents. They really enjoyed it.
Nice.
It's a lot of fun. Again, it was, Amy Melton, the children's librarian, is the one who actually got us into that place at the end of COVID, and it's been a very fruitful, I think, and mutually beneficial relationship between us. In sad news, on Monday, the 23rd of September, I'm going to begin 3 weeks of federal jury duty in Boston. As those of you who are in the know, this is a day-to-day on-call thing, which means I call the afternoon prior to see if I'm needed the next day. I've designated staff members to fulfill any desk assignments I might have should I be called to serve that day. But in general, I'll still be available via text or email if I have to be consulted on those days that I have to go to Boston. And that will end on October 11th. The library building is undergoing extensive roof work right now. They're going to replace the greater portion of the roof, which is a flat rubber roof. Also, the peak on the front of the building, the back side of that peak is being completely replaced, and sections of the front peak will be replaced as well. We've had a lot of intermittent rain penetrations into the building during heavy rains, or lots of heavy snow on the roof that's taking a long time to melt, but is all mushy underneath. So we're hopeful that this will alleviate that. If you walk up the atrium stairs over here next to the circulation desk and look up, you'll notice a lot of water damage on the drywall and the ceiling up there. So hopefully we'll take care of the cause of that water damage, and once we have, we can go ahead and look at getting somebody up there with scaffolding to replace those areas. Certainly before we do any painting in the building. And that's all I have, Mr. Chairman. If anybody has any questions.
So for the concert series, you'll be looking to the Cultural Council again for some of the funding?
Yes.
All right.
Yeah.
Just let me know, I'll go give my sales pitch.
Okay.
Shake them down. And, yeah, so a great job with that, Alan.
Thank you.
Again, that's,
Yeah, it's a good cooperative effort between us, and Ranger Mike Parr over at Salem Maritime Facility, which is where he works out of, but they're also responsible for the ironworks as well.
Okay, any questions about the director's report?
No.
Concerns, comments?
Thank you.
Alan, what is this on the 28th of September? Cheryl, is it Fay?
Cheryl Fay, yes. One-woman show, she's an actor trained at Emerson. It's going to be a show about Helen Keller, champion of the disabled. She's done a few shows here and at the senior center. She did Amelia Earhart here last year or last spring, and before that, she did Eleanor Roosevelt.
That's right, Eleanor Roosevelt.
Yeah, she has a whole repertoire she
Yep.
does, and she's been very popular, so.
Excellent. And where is that going to be held?
That'll be held right in this room on Saturday afternoon at 2 o'clock. Space is limited, so if you want to attend, go to our online events calendar and register there.
Sounds like a great show.
And any other questions for Director Tebow, comments? All right, I got some nice feedback from Town Hall. The library's doing a great job, so they seem to be very happy with us, so that's always a good thing, Alan.
I
And
always like to hear that.
let's see, you don't really have any old business, and I can't think of any new business to add to the agenda, unless someone has something they'd like to add. Sabrina, you have something to add for new business? Okay. Bill, you always have something to say, no?
Nope.
Okay, all right. Well, I would figure our next meeting would be in October 10th. If that works for everybody. So I'll send out a reminder, and if you don't have any other things to discuss, we could adjourn the meeting. So at 6:24, not quite the record, but
Motion to adjourn?
Second.
all in favor of adjourning the meeting at 6:24 PM? Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Excellent, meeting is adjourned. Thank you, Saugus TV.